Article 9 is entitled Vacations. The article continues pretty much as it has for the last several contracts, with the main change to the article where time is accrued on a bi-weekly basis. So this has some advantages that I want to get into in a moment. The vacation year is set as the first full pay period in January through the last full period inclusive of December 31st of the same calendar year. The accrual is now listed bi-weekly for 75 or 80-hour work weeks. And the breakdown is vacation for folks with fewer than 4.5 years of service, 4.5 to less than 9.5 years of service, 9.5 but less than 19.5 years of service, and more than 19.5 years of service. So the actual breakdown is also listed by in hours, and I will not go through that on tape here, but stewards are recommended to check the contract for the exact number of accrued hours bi-weekly in the contract. One of the other important considerations here is the total years of service that a person has worked. Now, years of service is not years of service in the agency, but if the person worked at another state agency, then it's the total years of service. And when there are breaks in service, the break period is factored into the total years of service. When people are absent without pay or on leave without pay, the accrual now will change to being added up within the biweekly pay period, and the accrual is set at the number of hours that are paid during that work period, the biweekly pay period. In the past, if a person was off the payroll for one day, they would lose the entire accrual of vacation time for that month. This is stopped, so this is a good move. Part-time employees are accrued also on a biweekly pay period, and they are prorated as to the number of hours that they're working. Carryover of vacation time has been moved to read as the previous 2 vacation years to the new calendar year, beginning the first full pay period in January during the following year. So there's a carryover of 2 years vacation time as I read it at this point in time. Time is forfeited if it's not used by the end of the calendar year. So people with carryover vacation time need to use it or lose it. Vacation time can also now be used in 15-minute increments. And there is a conversion to sick leave credits when you have unused vacation leave and if you have an industrial accident. So someone who's injured on the job and has unused vacation leave can convert that leave to sick leave for industrial accident claim purposes. And the provisions for reinstated employees remain unchanged. So this is Article 9 of our CBA. Let me just turn things over to David Young to talk from a management perspective on vacation use.
Thank you, Greg. This article really does not usually present any areas of dispute. Some things that do come up, requesting vacation leave too far in advance can result in denial, or requesting vacation leave too close to the date of taking the leave can result in denial based on operational needs. Likewise, conflicting requests for vacation leave within the bargaining unit and from other bargaining units can result in denial based on operational needs. These conflicts are few and are usually worked out on a local basis. My best advice to any employee is not to make any reservations until their vacation leave is approved. I did have one interesting case where a department was denying employees the right to use vacation leave when their sick leave was exhausted. This is a clear-cut violation of the contract, and that department corrected that mistake in practice. But as I said, not many disputes under this article.
Thank you, David. And Richard?
Well, thank you, Greg. Well, Greg and David have really covered this article quite well. There isn't a whole lot for me to add, except to say that if you have vacation plans coming up, read the article carefully and make your request a reasonable time in advance so you can be sure you have your approvals in place, or if there are any problems with your request, you can speak with your supervisor and get the issue resolved before you commit yourself to expensive plane reservations or something along those lines. The article is really pretty clear in terms of what your rights are under the vacation provisions. So I just urge you again, read them carefully and be aware of them. And if you run into any difficulties, feel free to check with your steward or call us and we'll try to work things out for you.
Thank you.